Hello everyone, welcome to part 20 of this 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself series here by Steve Chandler. Now we are talking about the 20th principle in this brilliant series, and this one is to find your inner Einstein, okay, to really develop your inner Einstein. And so he says that when you see a picture of Albert Einstein, realize that that's actually you. Now he doesn't mean this in like a metaphysical sense or a literal sense, but what he's really talking about is an idea that we all have the ability to be extremely creative and to succeed through our creativity. Now, Einstein often is attributed things like his Nobel Prize and the photoelectric effect, but primarily his work in special relativity, general relativity, and the idea of really relating the universe more to the beam of light than to what we would normally consider as day-to-day kind of objects and stuff like that. So his kind of idea of being able to map everything in space relative to beams of light really came to him in this idea of him like doing this thought experiment, imagining what it would be to ride along in space on a beam of light. And being somebody who studied physics and thought about it while he was a patent clerk, he used his creativity and his imagination to eventually have his subconscious mind hand him some of these brilliant ideas that allowed Einstein to be extremely successful, at least in his early years of work on that kind of stuff. So the idea is that we all have the capacity for genius, and then when we're extremely positive and extremely happy, and we use a lot of our positivity and happiness, we become so much better, even if we're not the smartest people in the world. Okay, so the idea is that even, dummies who have a really positive attitude can achieve far more than cynics. Going back to this idea of cynics do not create, quote we previously had about Calvin Coolidge. It was a pretty interesting president in the roaring 20s there, but regardless, this one's a pretty interesting one of have your imagination do a lot of the work for you, be creative. Now he says that so many people as grown-ups just naturally imagine worst case scenarios, and then their subconscious mind's getting programmed with these worst case scenarios, and then they live into them, and then it's just all just like this big nightmare. And he's like, no, okay, we don't have to do that. Instead, what we can do is imagine really good things. Imagine our best case scenarios. Imagine just things going really, really well. And when we're really positive, our subconscious mind can make up for our lack of intelligence at times. So that really, genius comes from the subconscious mind. When we program the subconscious mind to be super positive, even if we're like the dumbest guy in the world, we can be absolutely brilliant and achieve far more than some brilliant people can do with really negative mental attitudes. Because once again, it's like Napoleon Hill's river model. You get in one side of the river, the positive mental attitude, and you're flown on to success and happiness. You get in the other side of the negative mental attitude, and no matter how hard you swim against the current, it eventually drags you off to the depths of hell and failure and all that kind of stuff. That's about it for part 20, guys. I will see you guys next time with part 21. Stay tuned. I'll see you then.